Hey everybody, welcome back to Music Wednesdays. I'm here with Ariel Omarzu.
Omarzu, yeah. Omarzu.
I worked with your husband, full disclosure, Tim, at the paper, and I'm not sure I ever knew fully how to say his name because it changed every time somebody else said it, so I just said Tim.
Yeah, that's I just go by Ariel.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. The tall guy.
We have a lot to talk about. I met Ariel, what's it been, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, about 2-3 weeks.
Songwriters contest at the Camp House, won by Katrina Barkley.
Yes.
She was terrific.
She was great.
So were you.
Thanks.
I met a lot. I got a lot of business cards and phone numbers and handshakes. I was writing down lists of people to have on this show.
Very cool.
We could probably have everybody on there. So
yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah. We'll talk about that a little more. One of the things that I thought was kind of funny is I thought sometimes the descriptions of the songs were better than the songs, which was kind of...
That is interesting.
I guess that happened. The idea behind it,
Yeah.
This is about... Mm-hmm. But all right, we're going to do what we always do and hear a little bit of music, and then we'll talk some more. So,
okay.
What are you going to do first?
This is a song I wrote called Fire and Ice, and I wrote it for a friend of mine who lost her children in custody because she had like a really bad drug addiction. So it's a super, it's kind of from her perspective, and it's just a way I kind of worked through it. A lot of my music is therapy, for me. Yeah, that's what it's about. All right.
Am I good for you? Am I good for you? I don't know. I just wanna go home. I just wanna go home. It's in my bones. Sleepless nights. Oh, it's good, it's great, I'm just surprised that I see escape, but I'm always looking for ways to get high. You're enough for me, I just can't let you see. You're enough for me, it's got its teeth in me. Oh, fire and ice. Oh,
That's it.
Wow.
Thanks.
Wow. Heavy way to start a day.
I know.
No, that's good. Talk
Very
about
emotional.
that whole music is therapy.
Well, I really, honest to goodness, didn't pick up a piano pick up a guitar until about Christmas of last year. And it was really in a place where like I have 3 little boys and super busy and throwing myself, in as many directions as possible. And then kind of coming to a place where I realized like, okay, I got to take care of myself. Like, and what do you want and what do I want to pursue? And I've always sang, but not like for other people or whatever. So I just kind of sat down and with the instruments that I had at the time and watched YouTube videos, tried to figure out how to just learn how to play certain songs. And for me, it was like it just happened, like just clicked,
Wow.
Yeah, so it's definitely therapeutic. That's literally what I've used it for only.
Do you think it has anything? Any genetics involved?
I would think so.
Because we talked before we went on. Your brother, Michael Ketterer, people might remember from
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent, did very, very well. So he obviously has performed. So did you talk to him at all? You think it's just a family thing, or?
Well, my dad is growing up was a music minister, kind of. I mean, he was, but like by the time I came around, he wasn't so much. But music was already in my family. My other brother, Jake, plays music in town. He's a drummer. Plays at Calvary Chapel and St. Elmo, drums there, and he's been in and out of music his whole life. My mom's a writer. She does so I think it's just we've always been nurtured, musically and around it. But
That's interesting. You could pick it up just a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's been.
All right. Well, I want to talk some more about that and the competition thing a little, because you had another experience recently.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that, but I want to hear another song.
All right.
What are you going to do now?
This one's called "Hold On to Our Love," and I wrote it for my husband. Really, it's about being married and having mental health issues, and I think just really like not necessarily about being married. It's just with anyone you love. It's hard enough to explain. It's hard to explain to them, what you're going through, like, right. and then trying to like also do all the normal everyday stuff when there's like these things going on. And so it's just kind of a song to him, like a thank you, and yeah. So.
Hold on to our love, baby. I swear I'm coming back. Yeah. Hold on to our love, 'cause sometimes we all could use it. Baby, I swear I'm returning. Didn't mean to leave you hanging high and dry. Part of the sickness I have, I can't
More music is therapy, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. That reminds me, I've got a story in last week's paper coming up May 19th. The Choo Choo is going to host beer, barbecue, and blues, or barbecue, blues, and beer. Forgive me. It's a fundraiser for Caring Bridge. It's and an awareness thing for mental health.
Very cool.
We've had several incidents lately of people in the music community and the entertainment and the restaurant community,
Yeah.
With suicide and all kinds of things. And so a large number of people are putting together events to kind of raise that awareness that there's help out there and you can go get it. So May 19th, look for that. Hope you'll show up. It's going to be in the gardens over there. And obviously this issue affects not just entertainers and waiters, but that's the community that it's hit.
Yeah, it's a very
for a lot of local people. So, the competition thing, you did that one. You were a last minute. What'd you say?
Yeah.
You got called at 3:00 as you were picking up kids in the school line.
And I may have had the flu. Yeah,
and you were ill. Came in and crushed it. But you went was it last weekend or the weekend before?
It was maybe the week before. I went to Eddie's Attic on a Monday.
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
Went down with our good friend Heatherly.
Yeah, Heatherly. She's great.
And went down and did well.
Yeah, I was one of the two finalists. Like they don't normally have two winners, but I was one that week, and that was just, I couldn't believe it because it was. I mean, like I mentioned, it's just been a year for me, and I would have paid like $20 to sit there and listen to the other performers. They were just amazing. It was a great night's worth of music, and then to be recognized, it's just been really like empowering and feels like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, what does this mean? I mean, that's
I have no idea.
That's a pretty good kick, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that was great. I won that. I won the Camp House Singer-Songwriters for whatever month was last month. And I don't pay a lot of attention to what's going on outside of me, like time, months. But so at that night as well, it was just like, wow, like there's phenomenal musicians here. And to be recognized and to have people encourage me on and stuff with it has been really, really exciting. I mean,
Yeah. We've talked on here a couple of times. We need to come up with another word besides competition.
Yeah.
For those things, because they're really not.
It was a showcase.
They are. Somebody's a winner at the end. Somebody gets the prize.
Yeah.
But they're not always about that, are they?
No, I mean, if anything, it like being a native Chattanoogan, I grew up here and kind of had this like, not necessarily that I hate the area, I just didn't, I felt like I needed to go somewhere else to
Sure.
kind of pursue things like music and arts and stuff like that. But then to get the opportunity to see in my own community, like not only do we have like all this talent here, but
Right.
it's encouraged, by corporate like Soundcore, like they, things like that. It's in the Camp House, and I mean, it's really been exciting for me as someone from here to be like, and it kind of adds all this pride on me.
Right,
Chattanooga's
right.
pretty.
And I know
cool
from
spot.
talking to people like Stratton at Soundcore and Barrett with Road to Nightfall and Mary Howard, who was involved with that songwriters thing that I judged for, is that competition thing is sometimes a little weird, but it's an opportunity for guys like me and anybody to go. At that event was 24 musicians. Road to Nightfall was 30 acts. So you get to see a wide variety of the local talent
For very affordable
for
too.
an affordable price, all in one place in
Yeah.
one evening. So that's part of the reason they do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not. There's a lot of reasons to go.
Yeah,
and
and
to support
networking,
it. So
too. It's been
networking.
great.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people doing what I was doing, getting phone numbers, getting names and emails, and
It's been a good.
definitely. So, all right, are you going to do another one? Are you going to do keyboard or guitar?
I think I'm going to do 2 more on my guitar. I hadn't
right.
decided until right now.
Nice.
Yeah. This one is called Black Soil. This guitar is like the worst guitar in the world, but I love it. So. Yeah, my husband pulled that out of the junkyard. Like I have a dumpster, and I traded this for really affordable and some used cloth diapers. But I like how it sounds, so we'll just I also have no money. I have like 3 kids, so. Well, yeah, exactly. So, all right.
I'm planting seeds for days when I'm bolder. You never know, so I never make up my mind. Oh, maybe I make some more sense when I'm older. Oh, but until then, oh, I remain black soil, black soil. Oh, I'm black soil. Oh, you're there. What of me? Oh, if you're there, I could use a little sympathy. Oh, black soil. Oh, black soil. Oh, I'm black soil. Black soil. Oh, I'm black soil.
Thanks.
Just think how good you'll be when you figure this out.
Yeah, make this get worse.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Thank you, man.
Do you do only originals?
I do covers. I'm not above that. I go to Tremont Tavern on Tuesdays. I try to and hang out with Michael McDade and all
Yeah.
those fun people there. And you never know what I'm gonna bring there.
Yeah. Do you write mostly with the guitar or the keyboard, or you back and forth?
They just like recently, especially with the keyboard, man. I'll sit down to transpose a song, and by the time I'll have 2 more. It's just
That was kind of my next question. With you sort of starting so late, is it like this gush?
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's really difficult because I'm like, I got laundry, I got practice, and like,
notes everywhere.
yeah, and I have ADHD horribly.
Yeah, that's me. I'm squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be like staring at outside the window, like my kids are running around naked. Like I should probably Probably put clothes on them and go to the grocery.
Do you find yourself writing in the moment, in the present, or are you going now in your head thinking, I might have had a good idea 10 years ago or 6 years ago?
I think that when I sit down, I'll generally pick out like the chorus or that like the sound, and the words are a little bit more difficult for me to bring back, but I'll play around and then throw words on them later. So maybe a little both.
See, I don't write music. I don't play music, and that process there just boggles my mind. I've tried asking musicians, how do you, like, you get a lyric that's deep, meaningful, and then the song will be bouncy and jingly because the guitar player brought it in, and I'm like, who thought putting those two together was a good idea? But it works.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think that you don't. Like a little bit of what I would have learned is like if you come in to write like a sad song, you don't want to be sad when you're writing it sometimes because then it's like, whoa, it's like like when it went a little bit further than I really wanted it to. But
that's a good. I hadn't thought of that. Like grocery shopping when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Right?
and I'm not to say that you don't want to write a sad, but it'll be extra sad,
right.
Like from your perspective, like how you're feeling, will make the sounds kind of be faster or slower. From what I don't know what I'm talking about, but
everybody has their. That is the one thing we've learned in 3 years is there's no right way or wrong way, and there's no certain way. Everybody's different.
I think that's.
It's like I said, it's fascinating to me.
It
comes out of somebody's brain, and then the fact that they can remember it 10 years later is even more fascinating.
That's the hard part. That's why I record everything. If you follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, it'd be my name, Ariel Omarzu, on both of those. I'm the only Ariel Omarzu in the world, actually.
Nice.
But so easy to find if you can figure out how to spell it. But
let's do that. Omarzu.
That's it. Yeah.
I can spell it. I can't say it.
It's just Omar Zoo, and But I always record myself playing because. That's how I learned to go back and find those melodies, or maybe I'll have a melody and like the way I sing over top of it sounds better and maybe not so natural. So,
Do you do? You said you go to Tremont. Do you do a lot of collaborating or any collaborating? You did some stuff with Heatherly.
Yeah, well, she had me on for her podcast, which was great, and I'm always open to collaborating because I am new. And so there's a guy in town named Colin Wade Monk, who we're talking right now over some songs. And he's got a lot of good experience, and he works with a guy named Steve Hickman.
Sure.
Yeah, and I was just over there a couple nights ago recording a song with them, and it was so fun. I was like, I love recording in the studio.
Nice. Very cool.
So yeah, those are people I'm working with right now. My other brother Jake Ketterer and he's wanting to help me out, but he just adopted a new baby too, so they're busy.
You guys are all eat up with kids.
Yeah.
Michael has what, 6?
Yeah, he has 5 adopted boys, and my brother Jake just adopted another little girl. He has 2 other kids, and my mom and my dad have 15 grandkids.
Wow,
yeah.
Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Populating the earth, yeah.
All right. Well, take us on out. You're going to do one more, right?
Yes.
What's this one?
This one is called, let me remember. Oh, Dreaming the Truth. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's called Dreaming the Truth. So it's kind of a fun one. Yeah.
They say I'm crazy. That's not far from the truth. I only saw you once in the day. I dreamed us 1,000 on two. find you. I know it's got to be. Oh, the way the sunlight glistens in your hair. Oh, dreams do come true if you happen to be dreaming them true.
This has been a lot of fun.
Awesome.
This has been a lot of fun. And what we learned today is that with a lot of talent and a keyboard out of a dumpster and a guitar swapped for diapers,
You can
make good music.
be in the library.
This was a lot of fun. Ariel, thank you so much for doing this.
Hey, I've had a blast. Thanks. And
Thanks to Charles in the studio and, of course, Shakeem for the awesome camera work. So thanks, everybody. Thank you guys for watching.
thank you.